Hello. Hello there. Hello, it's me. Hi. Hi. Bug. Did you just call me a bug? Thank you. We are going to be stapling more squirrels. I hope you're excited. And then if we finish that, we will start some other thing. You know? That's what we will do. What? Giant squirrels mode. Didn't notice that before. Anybody else love this, this? It's pretty good. Was it? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. This is green. These are green when I hover over them. Ah, good. It saved my squirrel progress. We are down to just, I guess, just the one leg. We've installed a head. It's pretty terrible. I didn't know.
That's demonic, friend.
I couldn't read what you wrote, Zick. I thought you said squassages. I was like, what is this poetry before me? I'm having some squassages. I had a similar problem just before I started here. I was reading, boy, I'm going to say it out loud, huh? I was reading a skeet that Justin did, just before I popped on here. And, it was about that his power went out or whatever, and so he was pissing in the dark. And he was making a joke about echolocation. But I was reading it, and I couldn't get past echolocate. I thought it said e-chocolate for quite a long time. Because I'm an idiot. It's a skeet. So I thought he was being like really, he was like unveiling a new persona where he's like, for me, pissing in the dark is like e-chocolate or something. I really don't know what I was thinking. If I would have just read the rest of what he wrote, I would have just got it through context, but I just hit that shit like a brick wall and just sat there with it for a minute. E-chocolate. Chapter 4, verse 5 of Book of the Grove. And I say unto you, in those final days the groves will bend in agonized worship, and the nutless man will be judged with his own industrial penetration and godless adhesion. So the stapler will become the stapled. Oh, okay. I do think this is the dawn of the final day. God is coming today. So there you go. I'm glad that our little exiting the cabin tune is still very cheerful. Let me get my free squirrels. We love our free squirrels. You know, I never really looked at the sky. And it's pretty great. I like it. It looks like they went with an orb. We're inside of an orb. Tip number 5 is just good luck. And I see we have a new note up here. Also, this has not changed still, so that's good. Let's see what our new note is up here on this hill. Squirrel fact. There are more squirrels than you have bullets, and you have made her very, very angry. Have I? Have I? But I only wish to restore her greatness. The squirrels seem to be kind of out in the open today, huh? Do they not fear me any longer? Wait, does that squirrel have 2 tails? Was that a special squirrel that I just scared off? Her? What are you guys saying? Her? Question mark? Okay, we're getting the weird nearby barf sound thing. Classic. We love that. A squirrel missile. Oh. Yeah, so it's a conjoined double squirrel. I wonder if it counts for 2. I'll get to find out one day.
To be clear, I'm only talking about the fact that you so often see, like, a picture of horses fucking.
Yes, you so often do. Sep, thank you for 83 months. And a kind smile. Thank you for the smile.
And that's why I don't like the Renaissance Fair.
Those seem like they go together. Mr. Phantom Gamer, thank you for 93 months. Okay, I feel like this big boy is never going away. They don't look much like squirrels. They look pretty weird. Oh, man, so that's what I got before and just didn't notice? 95. God, the music in that? I thought I was being hunted. I thought I had been spotted. I'm about to be. Am I okay? I made it into the grass, maybe? I'm trying to get to the sin cabin so we can do our daily sins. Axel, thank you for 95 months. Appreciate you. Go away, Squirrel Bear. Please. I'm going for it. I'm leaving. Now's my time. Iffa, thank you for the biddies. Oh my god. The forest is just fucking loaded with squirrel bears today. I love the stupid aesthetic of this game. I love it very much. It's so dumb. train. Sith, thank you for the biddies. I can never leave. I don't know if I can... I've shot one time. And I never tried any harder than that because it immediately came and got me. I did not, BFA. I need to go look at that. Fuck's that? Omni, thank you for the biddies. This really reminds me, though, very much of, like, older shooters. The thing that keeps coming to mind is actually the old Delta Force games by Nova Logic and I think West. What is it? Is it who made Command and Conquer? Westwood Studios, right? Is it Westwood? At first I was thinking Westworld, but that's not the same thing. Newt, thank you for the biddies. Yeah, rip Westwood. God, this game loves to make noises at you. But it's cool, actually. Ah, there's the House of Sin. Jesus. Tenosis, thank you for the biddies. Every day you can commit sins at the Shady Shack to boost your score. Ah! Good lord. Ipa, thank you for the biddies. Speaking of, Good is in the woods right now. He's back, baby. Don't call it a comeback, though. He is, he remains retired. I believe
That's
this
a
is...
huge man, friend.
This is the, promised subathon before finally calling it completely quits. Hey, Lindley, thank you for the biddies. I have seen that there's going to be a Planet Me 2. And I think I might want to check that out. I feel like I never really I never extracted all of my enjoyment out of Planet Coaster. You know, I really could have spent a lot more time with it. And I just didn't. I feel like you can't really shoot any squirrels out here because there's no cover. There's no place to hide from the squirrel bears, so you shoot a squirrel out here and it's the end of your life. Or at least you'll be getting blown up. And there's just so many squirrels around, easy to see ones. I never came to this place. What's this all about? Report 5. Please disregard previous reports. Everything is quiet. Oh, no. We just got the end of this story, whatever this was. I'm so sad. Ah. Banked. I know, right? There's been, like, continuous Terraria updates, right?
Nut.
Denosis taking the biddies. Despite the dev being like, Yeah, I'm done with this shit. Alright, look. That was our big squirrel, and I couldn't not go for it. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely going to bring a squirrel bear to fuck me up. Let's just look over this hill here and see. Maybe not. Surprisingly. I only need one more squirrel. Squirrel? I don't need one more squirrel. It's right there. I got him. God is coming. 2 minutes. 2 minutes until God arrives. Noted. It's so funny because, like, you really could have, if this wasn't a horror game parody, you could really have made this into like a full kind of goofy hunting game. I'm not complaining at all, but there's something compelling about this. There's something just really kind of alluring and pleasing about this whole stupid aesthetic and the look and feel of it, the whole thing. I wasn't expecting to like that part of it as much as I do, but here we are. I don't think I'm going to make it back to the cabin. And we didn't finish the story in here. I think God is coming, though. The Lady, Part 5. The artist's ears rang as he turned to the old woman and said, "What is this unspeakable horror that you have brought to me? How can I ever escape what has been done here? What penny spell can you cast to conjure good from this?" And the old woman examined the bloody mess and said, "Well, young man, this will make a mighty fine stew." And so they made a stew from the remains, but it was poison, and they both died. Art will eventually destroy the artist. The end. Oh my God! I think I ruined it. I think I ruined it. I managed to ruin it, like I tend to do. What happens now? I didn't unlock Giant Squirrels mode. Does it just start you from scratch? It does. This
Get
game,
that piss out.
This game really only had the two tricks, right? Just basically being a fucking mess, and then stuff appear behind camera.
You accusing me of cranking it out on stream?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Such things are occurring. Let's see. Tenosis, Sith, Ifa, A. Lindley, Jake, thank you for the biddies. Tenosis, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Zugizork, thank you for the 10 gift subs. And Dell, thank you for the biddies. Thank you all very much. Yeah, so yeah, I have questions, right? I didn't finish stapling my wife, and I have not managed to get all of every story. The only story we completed, I mean, I don't know if there's more than the two, but we only completed the painting one, so maybe I try to do an additional speed run. Like, certainly on the first day, we can just run the fuck around. Right?
It's erect again. I mean, it's straight up. I mean,
Because there's no predators on the first, like, 2 days, right? Check the fat end. What's the fat end? The far end. I didn't know what he meant at all. Far didn't cross my mind even a little bit. I was just like, yeah, what's that mean? But yeah, basically this game only has two, for all of its atmosphere. It only has two tricks. It's just playing little sounds in your ears and spawning stuff behind the camera so that you end up turning and looking at it. But I think that actually makes it kind of genius because it has this whole sort of immersive forest hunting situation thing that you get sunk into. And then it doesn't really need a lot of other tricks to do what it does. Not particularly scary, I'll say. Oh yeah, all this says is sin. But I didn't visit the sin box every day. So let's make sure we visit the sin box every day. I don't know if there's anything else in particular I've been missing. There's the 2 question marks, right? And then the dots, I think are, yeah, those are like health points, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe? That doesn't make sense because the 2 is an energy drink. I'm not sure what 1 is. I'm not sure what 3 is. Why does it do that every time too? I don't understand the purpose of the like gagging man sounds. Oh, the geocaches. The geocaches. Yeah, okay. Let's go back and check the dots then. I forgot all about the geocaches, and I only ever found 1. It was by accident too. I was just crawling along trying to hunt squirrels. On the first day or 2, I was really like, I have to be a slow and sneaky squirrel hunter. And I was like crawling along. But basically the environment immediately sold me on the idea. Sith, thank you for the biddies. What the fuck was that? Was that an alert? Okay, Jesus. It sounded like something the game could have played. Yeah, they were delayed. Sith, Tenosis, M, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you. I was so damn confused. Okay. What is that? Where did that come from? Why do we have that in here now? What? How is that happening? It is the geocaches. What? Found today's geocache. 1 of 5. Find all 5 in one playthrough for a reward. What's going on? Why is this happening? What is this? Were these all prepared for today? Just for Squirrel Stapler? Boy, it's lucky. It's lucky I'm doing a second playthrough. Okay, so that's geocaches, and then we have our 2 stories every day, and then we just have to get our squirrels. So the first 2 days are going to be pretty much a breeze.
Get that piss out.
The last 3 days are going to be annoying. And we want to make sure that we get our final squirrel. We want to save that towards, like, close to the cabin. So that we don't have to, because I really want to see... I'd imagine that you want to get to the cabin before God arrives, right? I know. All I've been talking about is how I'm going and getting the things, Fox. What makes you think I'm going to forget already? It's the whole point. It's why I'm here. Ooh, leave the ones by the cabin for last. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so we've already read this story. Let's head out to the bunker. But yeah, on the... Jesus Christ. No, Sis, thank you for the biddies. Sith and Ifa, thank you for the biddies. I'm starting to lose track of which ones came in, when, from who, so I'm just probably going to be re-thanking a bunch of you. Is that a damn alert? This shit's out of control. But yeah, I was just reflecting on, or trying to reflect on, the fact that I was immediately captured by the game's aesthetic into thinking, like, what it reminds me of specifically, to try to, like, zero in on this a little bit better, is fucking hell. It reminds me of how older games in niche things like this used to be very try-hard. Not all games, but some games that would do stuff like trying to be a hunting game. Yeah. Well, I mean, certainly the aesthetic is very similar to the old Delta Force games, which I mentioned earlier. But I'm thinking like older, like kind of try-hardy, simulation-y type games. Which I don't know if is, I mean, am I crazy, or is that something that has, like, kind of passed? Like, are there a lot of... Oh, wow. What a fucking sound to use during this. Ay, ay, ay. The worst ones are the ones that are 3D fucking positioned, because they just sound like they're in whatever thing I'm doing. And this game itself makes so many fucking noises all the fucking time, and then you guys have these little noises from other games, and this game, it's too much. There's just too much going on. I'm gonna lose my mind. Report 1. Nothing of note to report. Some marginal abnormalities in readings that went away once I recalibrated. Some odd noises during the night, probably squirrels. Overall, everything is pretty quiet. That's not fucking true. Come back tomorrow for another report. Did we already, Aylin, they think of the biddies. Take care of our sins? I think we did. No, we didn't. We haven't done sins yet, have we? I was on my way to do sins. I did sin? My score isn't very high. My score is quite low. I guess I must have. You guys are saying I did, and you wouldn't lie. Oh, and I also don't know what this is all about. The hurt zone. The hurtful place. Why is it hurtful? Squirrel fact: squirrels can eat eat their body weight in food every week. I like how. Oh my god! I like how those start off sounding. Real, and they very much become not real very fast. Whisper Dan, thank you for the biddies. I never did die. I never did die. We did start over. I won't do it. I won't do it. Not right now. Alright, let's get our gosh dang squirrels here. And bring this day to a gosh dang close. I do want to go and touch all the stories, including the ones I know. I don't know why I keep talking about them like there's 50 fucking different stories. It's just the 2. I'm going to touch the painting story every day as well, just in case it counts that for some reason. So who knows? Might. It might matter. I don't know. We do. We got the full lady story. I guess we're calling it. But there's another story we did not get any of, except for the very last piece. Squirrel fact: they use their tails for many things, including for balance and as a parachute when falling. The game doesn't give you any stats as to how you did anyway. I already went and touched the story in here. No? Yes, no? I honestly don't remember. I'll go do it just in case. Yeah, I think I did. Alright, we just need one more squirrel here, and then we're on to day 2. I'm gonna get his ass. You can't escape me! Oh, yes, you can! You can't. Okay, so on the second day, the squirrel ghost missiles begin. Oh, no running in the house, I see. Did I touch this today? I just want to make sure that I touch everything. So basically the whole time, God has just been saying to this guy, hey, don't do this thing that you just did. Don't do that. You guys are just crafting your own soundtracks on the fly. Sid, thank you for the biddies. All right. The second verse. Yeah, it's just like, I absolutely must do this. Fuck God. Okay, so we have our 2 bonus squirrels. We got our tip. We're gonna get us a big squirrel. And I'm going to do the rounds. Oh, good. I wanted to go completely north anyway, so our second geocache is all the way in the northeastern corner. I do kind of hope that there's more to this. I was kind of... That sounded like it was in this. It also sounded familiar. What do we know? What is that from? What was that? Is that just a fox sound? My God. Seth, thank you for the biddies. It had a... I mean, that sound is happening. There are fox sounds. It's happening right now. But it's in the distance. Not inside of my ear bones. All right, where's our geocache? So it's well in the corner over here. Oh, hello. Is this a squirrel fact? Squirrel fact. In 2007, 14 squirrels were arrested in Iran. Oh. I'm not in the right location. Ah! It's right here. There you are. Official geocache. Nice. My shitty brain keeps scrambling the word geocache. And I don't love the scramble that it gives me. Okay, we just got whispered at. But come back. It's true. That's amazing. Then maybe all of the other squirrel facts are true. Come to think of it. Report 2. Small abnormal readings still occurring with odd regularity. Recalibrating always fixes them, but they come back the next day. I also keep finding dead squirrels outside the door. Looks like maybe an animal is leaving them, but I'm noting it as per my instructions. Come back tomorrow for another report. Okie dokie. So I just need to get a big squirrel and 3 regular squirrels. Oh yeah. Got its ass. The game answered your call, Seth. I think it wants to mate. How did I miss that? Y'all? That was dead on his ass. What? If I thank you for the biddies, I guess? What in the world? Or Sith? Or what? I don't know what's happening. You guys are up to some shit right now. I don't even know now what sounds are the game. There's just so many sounds. I know that sound that I'm hearing. Ah. Fox, thank you for the tip. Appreciate it. Need 2 more foxes. Squirrels, I mean, not foxes. Fifth, thank you. And there we go. I'm just going to go touch the story up here. We have done it. There it is. Sith. Thank you for the biddies. Now you see, your mistake is that you deploy these all at once too quickly. So then I get a mental database of all the stuff you guys possibly could do. See what I'm saying? It's stapling time.
Everyone who's doing things that Jesus would never do, you're going to come quickly.
Sid, thank you for the biddies. But yeah, I really would have liked to have seen some resolution on the whole squirrel stapled wife situation. Like, what we didn't really get a satisfying end to that story. Yeah, I never did finish her, which is probably why. So, shit. Right, so I can't just go a running. All right. Good times. Our third cache is by the lady story. Report 3. There's something in the woods here that we didn't expect. I keep finding tracks, and I hear it at night, moving through the foliage and scratching on the concrete. And in the morning, there are squirrels outside the door, with their limbs all pulled off and their heads twisted around, dozens of them, requesting a call for instructions on how to proceed. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh! I thought I had shot it 3 times. I don't see how I could have missed, but maybe it has a deceptive hitbox. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did I... Okay. Guess... Oh. Okay, it is up here.
There we go. Just very annoying to climb. Wow. This is cool. I like to make the trees dance. It's over this way. Is it being lured or not? I was hoping to watch it emerge, looking for the mating call. Oh, it is coming. It is. We definitely had seen a glimpse of it before. That's not the big squirrel. Oh, double. Another one came. I didn't know. I didn't know there was going to be another. Wow, we just lost that whole day. I'm so sorry. What is this, day 3? Yep, I have seen the face of death. So I think even if you kill the squirrel bears, I think more spawn. Is what I'm gathering. I'm not totally sure that I actually killed one now. You know? I feel like there was health around here somewhere. Here it is. In these ruins. These squirrel ruins. Nope. Squirrel fact. Squirrels break down their food with a structure called gastric mill, which is located in their stomach. One bullet. I didn't visit the lady story while I was up there, did I? Or wait, did I go up there? Did I get the geocache? I walked right past the door. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll go make a pit stop. I got the cache. Good. Okay. I need to get my 3 regular squirrels. Leave this place. A double. Right over here. I'm amazed a squirrel bear didn't come to get me. There it is. Alright. Back home we go. Squirrels have urine release valves. Oh, we read that one before. It's wild how foxes just sound like a guy going, ah! Like that. I did do that. We're good. We're good to go home. Back to our wife. Now, isn't she in the kitchen? She is. Here you go. Alright. Oh.
What about your ding dang?
Imagine if that was what you saw when you went to sleep. You lay down in your bed, you close your eyes, and that's what you see every day. True Geek, thank you for 73 months. Talking to God about lobsters. This little jingle that we hear every time we go outside of the cabin, to me, sounds like it has like golf game vibes. Anybody else feel that? It feels like it has some golf game vibes. All right, so number 4 is in that crater over there. So I think I'm going to do a big loop like west, north, east, and then home. Oh, and how many do we have here? 1, so I need to get 4 little squirrels today. Or 5. Still not sure if I got him. It hurt me. I mean, it's feeling like I'm the one killing. Oh, God. Oh! Forgot about that. Okay, yes. I am the one doing it. It's causing me far less damage than when they get me up close. Where's that big bastard? Is he in the crater? I think so. Mighty annoying, I must say. Oh, yeah, sorry, I am covering it a little bit. Yeah, I was taking just a wee bit of damage. Oh, baby. It's a double. Oh, shit. Damn it. Really want that double. Oh, well. It's gone now. I think it's over that hill, which is really annoying. Really annoying! Oh! Oh! Fortunately, the big one can't really run. It's too big to run. Really wish I could have got that double, though. That would have been nice. Alright. Oh. Huh. Never visited that before. I guess I've never been in this corner fully. Well, we still need 3 regular squirrels. And then it'll be the dawn of the final day. Love the energy drinks. They're quite nice. Report 4. It's in the walls now. In the concrete. Looking for my brain. It can't find it because my brain is inside my skull. But it will. It will peel away skin and bone and get inside. When my brain is taken, I will come for you. I will break you open. I will take yours instead. I'm in the shadows now. I am seeing you cower. You are already stretched apart into pieces. Your head is already twisted off the spine. And then the last piece of this story is him just going, never mind, it was just regular noises. Very good. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and let that hit me. It's fine. It's fine. I need some regular ass squirrels. Oh well. We'll get them. Indeed, we need sin. Let us keep our priorities in focus here. 3 more. I think that was our double over there. Squirrel claws are sharp enough to tear out eyeballs. Okay. We've done all the things. It is time to go home. Squirrel are always watching. Not the path to my bedroom. I don't remember if I touched God's note today. So let's just be sure. Oh yeah, and lobsters. Oh yeah, we never saw her out there, did we? That happened on day 4, I think. God's note. Okay. Now then. God is coming today. Oh, yes. We have 2 beautiful squirrels. Alright, so our 5th cache is way out in the boondocks. don't love that we're immediately running into one of these assholes, but here we are. If I was by some health, I would take him down. But we're kind of vulnerable out here, and if it doesn't go well... Okay, I've made her angry. That's my squirrel fact. Noted. Did not give a shit. Hey! Okay. Now we know for a fact I got that one. We just know that I got that one. It's indisputable. Oh, good. Straight ahead. They're fast enough that they're a problem. I'm gonna focus on Lord Squirrel. Oh, it's on me. Yes, come back. Mission accomplished. I'm the ultimate hiding guy. Even though I have a 1.5 visibility rating right now. Out of a maximum of 3. I'm invisible, baby. I'm untouchable. I'm not even in the bush. They can't see you if you don't move. Okay, that can happen. That can and will happen. Okay. I didn't get the story bit on the top of the hill, did I? Please disregard the previous reports. Everything is as normal. Oh my god. Alright. We gotta get our geocache, which is over here, somewhere. It's that way. It's probably where that health icon is, or close to it. Just need 2 more. 2 more. Then we gotta do our sin, and we gotta get the last bit of the lady story, and then we go staple our wife. Before God gets here. Oh, I went beyond it. Oh, let's go, baby. We are done. It is stapled to this tree. Giant squirrel mode unlocked. Great. Who doesn't love saying sin? We did it. I think it's it, right? Home now. I hear a ghost coming. but it's not coming towards us, so we don't have to care. Ah. The encoding doesn't like it when we're moving at doom speed. I love that they can forget that they saw you. It's just real good. About to piss in God's face. I must meet God? No! No! No God tips? I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed. Go to the Circle of Stones? I'll never get there in time. Unless there's an energy drink between me and the stones. I don't think that's going to do anything. Oh, there was one behind the house. Ah, well. Actually, I am trucking right along. Maybe we'll make it. Just... Oh my gosh, no, actually, it's still so far. But, that's on top of the hill. Trying to climb that to get that energy drink won't be worth it. It might be a photo finish. Seconds. Should be like kind of straight ahead here. Right there. There it is. I must meet God. I must meet God. Hold on. I don't know if that was worth it, really. We got giant squirrels mode. I guess I could have shot. I don't know. I didn't try. I have to honestly say I didn't try. Ah! They're really giant. They're all giant. Can't miss. The ultimate speedrun mode. I think there's a squirrel over here. Easy. I'm the ultimate hunter. Yeah, what does an XL squirrel look like? We might need to see that. I think there's a squirrel. This is very 90s video game stuff, and I love it. Not a care at all about whether our big mode is going to work with the world. In fact, the less it works with the world we created, the better. The more of a big fucking mess it is, the better. I'm really actually surprised how few squirrels there are. I thought we were going to be seeing squirrels left, right, and center because they're all huge. And it seemed like there were so damn many. I don't think I can get up this. Come on. So it must be, it must slowly spawn them in, huh? I guess. Question is, do they staple big, right? Oh, that's a rock. I thought that was a squirrel at this point. There's got to be other secrets to this game, right? I just tried typing God. That didn't do anything. You never know. You never know. IDKFA unfortunately didn't do anything. I think these are things mostly forgotten to time, Grid. Except to the graybeards. Did I pick up my starter squirrel? No, sir, I did not. Fortunately, I can see it from space. They are. But what's fun is that old video games are starting to kind of become like liminal spaces. They're very strange. I kind of want to load up old multiplayer games and just kind of stand around in the empty maps sometimes. Oh, they big. We're done. She's going to be loving this. That looks warm. Yeah, I think there are already people doing exactly that, right? I haven't watched them, but I've seen a few videos titled stuff like hanging out in servers where nobody ever goes anymore. And all the screenshots always indicate that it's like a Gmod server probably, right? Because I guess just everybody sort of collectively decided in 2023 that we're all never ever playing Gmod ever again. All right, let's see this XL squirrel. I feel like we should be able to see it by now, right? It should be bigger than God. Is that it? Or is that a normal... That's a normal squirrel over there. I'll be real, I actually thought that that was going to be it. But that's actually a normal squirrel. How? Oh god, what size are the ghosts? Huh? Oh shit. Oh my god. It's the big squirrel. It's coming our way. That's amazing, Doug. It is struggling. Oh, I didn't get to see the big squirrel. I mean, the ghost squirrel. Wanted to see how big it was. Oh, I mean, for me, similarly, Doug, one of the worst scares I've ever had in a game was not captured on camera. It was not intentional. I've told this story before, but it was when back when I was preparing the Stop It Slender server stuff one time. I was checking some maps, making sure everything was working fine. I'm in a fucking dark map all by myself. Just looking around, making sure it's all good. And that's when I learned that when there is no player playing as Slender, it has AI. And I did not know that. I thought I was just a guy in a server. Doing guy in a server things. And then holy fucking shit. My spine jumped out of my body, I think. So. Yeah. That's the thing, is when you sit down to play a horror game, you might get scared by the unexpected. The game might get you into the right psychological space or whatever. But when you are genuinely fucking attacked by a ghost, when you don't know that it's going to happen, that was a near-death experience for me. There are 3 squirrels over there, and one of them's a double. Oh no, ghost squirrels are normal size. There are 4 squirrels over there. 4! They don't really have anywhere to go because it's all tree wall over there, and then they're like too big to hide. Oh yeah, that would definitely do it, Klaus. That would definitely do it. Running on empathy. I'm not going to play through this all over again, I will tell you. Oh, I thought maybe I could make it into the bush. Oh, there's another. Might kill me, honestly. It's coming right. Oh. Are there any other secrets to this game, I wonder? Stand in circle. Just go stand in circle and die. Well, I figured by now somebody has like looked everything up. You know. I really don't know if maybe I did miss something by not staying in the circle when God was coming, but like I didn't want to die, and that was clearly going to kill me. You know what I mean? I guess I could have restarted that day, so it would have been better to die and see if anything happens, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like it has a lot going on, does it? I simply died. Simply died. Let me see here. Squirrel. Squassages. Squirrel stapler. Oh, it was originally part of the Dread X Collection 2. I never did play any of those. I really should have. They were on my list to play at some time. Characters. Unnamed protagonist. Unnamed protagonist's wife. God. Vengeful squirrel ghosts. Squirrel bear. Squirrels. Yes, we know about the squirrels. Unnamed artist. Unnamed elderly woman. Unnamed half-woman. The goat in the wood. Unnamed reporter. And that is everybody we know. Day 1, blah, blah, blah. Tells you all the things. Ammo stations. Sin shack. Day 2. These are all the things that I did. Day 5. God is coming today. Once the player has collected the required amount of squirrels, a countdown timer for 2 minutes will immediately appear. The player can only wait for it to reach 0, as they are unable to enter the cabin, nor the sin shack, during this time. It's a good thing we got our sin out of the way. It's a secret death? How is that a secret death? It's quite obvious that you're going to die. I mean, once you realize you're getting hurt as you stand in it. Once the timer reaches 0, the voices will call out God is here, and a deep wail will begin to sound. After a certain point, when the player turns around, God, shown as a giant mutilated squirrel head with 2 appendages curled around it, and its brain exposed, will appear behind them. The game immediately cuts to black before a you win end card appears along with your total score. And that really is it. Wait, what? There's a section on this wiki page that says deaths. And I don't understand what this is a list of. The protagonist is revealed to have skinned his wife alive before the events of the game, as her skinned corpse is shown. Yes? I don't understand the people that write wikis, man. I mean, if you're going to list that, why don't you list, like, on the title screen of the game, there's a squirrel. This is representative of the title of the game, the Squirrel Stapler. The next bullet, multiple squirrels are either poisoned or shot by the protagonist. Okay. Yeah, well, that's what I thought at first, was bullet by bullet, that it's just a list of, like, things that die in the game, just so you know, like, heads up. Except, the third bullet is really specific, and I don't understand. 4 squirrel bears are shot by the protagonist on each day, except the first. What? That's not even true? Unless this is referring to something that happens in the classic Squirrel Stapler? Which might be the case. Multiple vengeful squirrel ghosts are seen, but it is unknown if they died before the events of the game, or were the squirrels killed by the protagonist. In Chapter 4 of The Lady, the artist kills the half-woman by chopping her into pieces with an axe. In Chapter 5 of The Lady, the artist and the elderly woman die after eating poisoned stew made with the half-woman's remains. Ah. Yeah, it did say that. The protagonist is presumably Kicked out the forest by God at the end of the game. You think that's what happened? You think God showed up to just be like, get out of here? Especially a God that looks like that? There are... well, there's... Okay. This is a shit-ass wiki. It says 3 comments, and then there are 4 comments. Oh, I guess one of them's a reply. The first one is a screenshot of the committing sins image. And then there's 2 comments that say God is here, and between them is a screenshot of God. Well, yeah, I understand that, Dab, and that's why I corrected myself. But in my defense, the visual theme of this wiki is so shit that I didn't notice that what I thought was the 4th comment was actually a reply, because it's really hard to tell that there's a tree. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else. I really thought they just seemed like the kind of game that would have more going on. Secrets or something, different endings. Like, the really obvious one seemed like go make it back to the cabin before God comes. But, no. And why not? I don't understand. That would have been an easy one to do, right? Like, if you get all the squirrels, then you have to make it back to the cabin in time to finish your wife. And then what happens? Different ending, probably, I guess. I don't know. But instead, they're just like, you have to face God. So, I only criticize out of love, because I thought this was great. And I feel like it's just missing. All it's really missing is a cherry on top, I would say. Which would have been being able to finish your wife. And then have some alternate ending. Especially because of the fact that it included, which we didn't see on the second playthrough, the jump scare of the fact that she's behind your ass one of the times that you're out. Which implied there was going to be something. Yeah, I keep saying the phrase, finish your wife. But I mean, that's what you're doing. Sorry. Complete your wife. That sounds more wholesome. There was some other game I thought you ended up putting squirrels on the medieval rack or some such. I don't know. I feel like squirrels have come up in the past. I think you are not wrong, but I can't think of what it is that you're thinking of. You put me in the same zone of like, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of what it was. At least you're talking to me about something else, Grid, while the rest of chat is like devolved into sort of a mosh pit. You're still sitting in your chair chatting with me. Everybody else is like, finish your wife, finish. Rolling around on the ground. The one with the bear? The one with the bear. Oh, it's almost coming back to me. Oh, God. When was that? I don't think so, Food. Like, what button? What button? There wasn't any button to click. It took me to a you win screen. It just then goes back to the title screen. Unless it's like hidden on the title screen after you complete the game, maybe. Which hypothetically, maybe we could still achieve. Is it the squirrel's eye? No? A bargain bin hunting game. No. The elusive any key, yeah. At any rate, I think this was a nice diversion. It definitely, that smacked of like video game urban myths, you know, that kind of thing. That always throws me back. There was so much of that when I remember that in school. You know, other kids would just be like, I mean, there's some famous ones. I don't remember off the top of my head any though. Mew is under the truck. Is that one? I would imagine there'd be a shitload about Pokemon. Of course, the one fucking franchise that I never touched, so I don't know any of them. I can't relate. Yeah, it's basically something that I think grows up around any game, but the more popular it is, the more likely there are to be a bunch of weird myths. I just remember it being really prevalent in the NES and SNES days. Somehow that seems like a fucking likely one. Who would want that? Anyway, who wants to watch a triangle get undressed? Oh, yeah, Metroid one. I remember the Metroid one. Yeah. People were really confused about the whole Justin Bailey thing. And does Samus is girl? Oh yeah, there's a lot around Final Fantasy VII, which some turned out to be kind of true-ish or something. I didn't look into it, but I recently saw that apparently people discovered you could bring Aerith back like sometime this year. Did anybody see that? I didn't yeah. I don't know. It was something I didn't actually click on, so it may have just been stupid. Oh, it was a glitch, but yeah? Oh, wild. I mean, that counts. I think that counts. I almost interpreted that, Rudy, as you saying, turn up the volume on this sick song that we're listening to right now. That's repeating every 9 seconds. That is one thing I do love about video games. I think that we're very lucky to have compared to like old films. Not to knock old films, because they are still beloved. So I'm not ripping on them. But old films certainly, in the world of film, and actually I think almost kind of similarly in the world of music, there's a sort of replacement thing that happens. And it happens in video games too. So don't get me wrong here, but I believe that there is more of a prevalence in video games of like this sort of timelessness that seems to really persist. You know? Like I guess I'm getting old enough at this point where I wonder if kids see games like I don't know, like the original Mario, almost like black and white films would have seemed. Like they did seem to me when I was a kid. Whenever I saw a black and white film, I was like, how can anybody enjoy this? This is so boring. But I don't know. It just makes me happy that there's so much life to them and people still play them. And speedrunning, whoa, that really breathed a shit ton of life into old games. Refuses to watch a movie made before 2000? That's extreme, I would say. I can understand not watching, like, silent films or being resistant to, like, early black and white films. Because, I mean, honestly, some of them, they're really hard to get through. The ones that are sort of before like, the pacing of telling a story in a movie was really solidified. But once you start getting into, like, the 60s and the 70s, they start to really, I mean, like, there's a lot of timeless films that are worth watching, for sure. And venturing into black and white films, too. I'm just not a huge fan of most of what I've seen, but you know what I'm saying, right? Wow. Yeah, that seems extreme. There's so many great films. But of course, you know, the trouble with living through stuff is that, like, you just don't have the perspective that you know, younger people have. You just don't know how it seems to them. I think you kind of don't. I don't know how, like, why that is exactly, but, like, certainly I know that there are plenty of people that would still watch, like, black and white films and stuff, like stuff from the 40s and well, not the 40s so much, but the 50s and stuff, and weren't bored to tears by it. But maybe that's how younger kids regard shit like, I don't know, Ghostbusters. Maybe they're just bored the whole fucking time. But I really, I don't know. I don't know whether that's my own perspective, and I'm just being too generous there, or if they really are just like boring to younger people. I don't know. Gremlins gave her a headache because of the low quality. I guess so. You know what? I've never watched Citizen Kane. That's one of those ones where I'm like, I really should watch that just to know what the hell people are talking about, but I've just never watched it. I never got around to it. Yeah. The unending merchandising of Nightmare Before Christmas. When that came out, I had a terrible Sally crush. Yeah. That whole thing is real weird, isn't it, Pubs? It's really bizarre. I am personally, I would say that Elf is very skippable. I think a lot of people love it, but I don't. I find it extremely cringe. I cannot watch it. I would say Nightmare Before Christmas is fairly timeless. God, what did I grow up with? I grew up with the fucking nightmare fuel of the original, like, stop motion Rudolph, and I think there was a couple of those. Which one had the silver and gold? Silver and gold. Was that Rudolph, or was the other one Frosty? That was Rudolph. I could never remember which one. Are you guys talking? Was there a stop motion Frosty, or are you talking about the cartoon Frosty? I remember the cartoon Frosty. Yeah. I personally, I eventually started to feel like the stop motion Rudolph was a little bit of a nightmare fuel kind of thing. Oh, wasn't I know what I'm thinking of. Well, I'm not sure actually. There was one, oh, maybe the New Year one is the one I'm thinking of. What was the one with the Isle of Misfit Toys? Or is that also in Rudolph and I'm just a fucking idiot? Are they all in the same fucking thing? And I think it's a bunch of different films. That was also Rudolph! Jesus Christ. Why? I've split it into a bunch of different movies in my head. But yeah, there's a lot of shit that I am actually not nostalgic for that I wouldn't go back to. I wouldn't watch that Rudolph movie because it's not my trauma. It's just, how do I explain this? Even when I was a kid, it was old already. It's like when you watch it, it feels like you might get dust on your eyes. I don't know what I'm saying. It's hard to explain. I feel like I was raised on a lot of stuff that was already old by the time I was a kid. You know? Christmas Story, yeah. Christmas Story is like that for me. What else? The goddamn Great Pumpkin. I would not go back. I would not watch The Great Pumpkin. No, thank you. Even if you brought a gun. That shit's boring as hell. I loved it when I was a kid because I don't know. When you're a kid, every holiday is like this. It's like a lengthy celebration because you start anticipating the holiday like 2 weeks out or whatever, and you're watching all the, the specials and whatever. Hello, Jaden. I've been here every day since then. But hey, you're here now. You're not that late. It's only been let's see. I don't have that window up. Oh, it's only been 3,975 days. You're not that late.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Zik. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing what you did there. And thank you, M, for actually doing the command, even though we have the bot author here. I mean, you didn't even, I could have understood if you did exclamation point status, but you just typed status. We are traveling back in time. The reason that that's not updated is I have no idea how. I don't know how to update that damn thing. And I never will. And Zik likes it, so it'll never be updated by anybody. Nobody wants me to update it, so I never shall. I never ever shall. Beer, thank you for that gift sub to Jaden. It must be preserved. Yeah, change it to a countdown that's about to be defeated. I don't even remember having that countdown. What the hell? I kind of, I don't love having a countdown that we know none of us will see. It doesn't feel like a big enough number. You know? Oh, yeah? Are you? All right. I know it. And you can quote me on that one. If we make it to day 42,069, you can throw that at my face. Pass on the Coestar estate. I don't think I'm going to look like Jimmy Carter because that's going to be 2 Jimmy Carters back to back, my friend. I'm going to look like 2 Jimmy Carters back to back. Chew just came in here and angrily whipped a toy around. You're good telling time, my guy. You brought the bun. The bun heard the commotion, and she's here now. She definitely can't tell time, but she can tell chew. I mean, if I'm handing over the torch to somebody, wow, he did it. He did it. Unbelievable. He defied chat. But yeah, if there's a torch handoff type situation, I feel like the days get to keep going. I mean, that's the only point of doing that. Get off Zix's case. Come on. Like, we can't bring it. I mean, it's just a calculation. It's just a calculator. Just open up your calculator and do, I don't know, 3,000 times negative
How
1.
do people know you? Who are you really?
Seth, thank you for the biddies. Anyway, I don't like a lot of the specials that I liked when I was a kid. But I do still like Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't really seek out watching it, though. I respect it from a distance, I guess. I would watch it if somebody wanted to watch it. I'll say that. The only, like, holiday-ish thing that Nakomi and I actually watch every year, you might be able to guess. I've shouted it out a number of times. What do you think it is? Oh, no. 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 All right, never mind. You guys are too stupid to guess. It's Over the Garden Wall. Don't wow me. Whenever I ask you guys a question, you never give me a serious answer. You always give me the asshole answers that I already know that are coming. You always do that. So don't give me this shit. Over the Garden Wall is a good holiday show because I still have hope. The hope hasn't died in my heart, Maddie. I hope one day someone will want to talk to me. But that day has not come. You should watch it. It's very good. It really captures, I would say, the fall vibes. You don't even really need to like watch it around Halloween, but I would say around the time the fall hits, watch Over the Garden Wall. It's just good. It also is a little bit bittersweet because it kind of feels like
warlocks, whoever you are.
Maori, thank you for the biddies. It's a little bittersweet because it feels like almost like the last hurrah of Cartoon Network. Maybe else think that that's kind of. I said that to Nakomi because we watched it like last week. I think we watched it through, and I was like, man, this is like one of the last things that Cartoon Network did that was worth a shit. And that was a long span of time that Cartoon Network was, doing things that I cared about. And then it just became the Teen Titans channel, I guess. No, it got bought or something, and they shut down a lot of the cartoon studios, and I think if it exists at all now, it's just sort of it's a label that gets passed around between companies, and I don't think it's not what it was. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I guess Adult Swim still exists, right? But I grew out of Adult Swim really fast. It kind of got started when I was college age, and there was a few things I liked, and then very rapidly it became like, okay, this is just kind of edgy bullshit.
and it doesn't really have any. It doesn't really have any oomph. And then Rick and Morty, I don't even like to think about it. I'm thinking more of like there was a sweet spot of Cartoon Network just making stuff that felt like, I don't know, it felt more like cartoon art. It was ageless. It was just good, and it's enjoyable for anybody to watch. Kind of almost it's almost Pixar-ish, like early Pixar kind of also had that quality to it of like, this is enjoyable for anybody because the stories being told are told well and in a way that is like accessible to anybody and enjoyable for everyone. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining that super well. Ah, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Near and dear to my heart. Return the slab. What was the barber? I really liked the barber and the way that he spoke. What did he say? There was like an audio clip of me saying it for a while. Oh yeah. He says something like, I'm feeling naughty. Yeah. I loved the vibes of Courage the Cowardly Dog, because it was always, it did that thing where it just walks the line of like, is something bad happening or not? It was never quite clear if Courage was actually right about what was happening or not. And there were a few episodes that were like some of my favorite cartoons I've ever seen in my life. There were a couple that were genuinely scary. Oh, fuck. What was the one with just the, it was essentially just eyeballs. Oh my god. It was like wearing an outfit, but it was just eyeballs with a hat on. And I think it talked really weird. What did it do? Oh man, this is such a distant glimmer for me. I need to get Courage the Cowardly Dog and watch it through. Man, it's been so long. No, be careful now, because I also have that fucking, that stupid story where, like, the aliens from Sesame Street absolutely decimated me as a child. Ruined my life. I saw those fucking aliens on Sesame Street, and then it ruined my life for a good while. I just had these nightmares about eyeballs everywhere. Everything had eyeballs. Just nightmares after nightmare after nightmare about eyeballs. Alien Brain Visitor. Okay, maybe it was like a relapse for me seeing that episode. Maybe that's why I found that episode extra scary. Because I had the Sesame Street trauma. Real, actual trauma that time. Well, it was the thing about them. I remember the feeling really clearly from when I was a little kid, which is wild, right? Just to keep that stored in the old brain for 500,000 years of just, it was everything. I mean, the nightmares that I had were really focused on the eyeballs, but it was their overall everything. The way that they didn't just go yip, 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 yip. They had a really strange behavior, the way they did the way they puppeted them. Where they come out and they were like, yip, 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 and they just, even now, just thinking about it, it creeps me out a little bit. The way that they moved and, yeah, they would glide them around and they would build up to the things that they said and stuff. Still don't like it. I still don't like it. Oh, God. Oh, wow, pubs. I feel like a lot of people make a lot of games like that now. Wonder why. Wonder why they do that. Oh, yeah. I had a sort of a agoraphobic thing when I was a kid. And maybe it was that. Maybe that got me too. Because whenever I went outside and it was really windy, I had this weird feeling, like I started to feel like I was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I was just going to get blown away. I really didn't like the trees being blown hard by the wind. That bothered me quite a lot. It made me feel like I was out of control. You know, it made me just want to go back in the house where I have control of me. Oh, God. Oh, brave little toaster. Weirdly, I came out of that with a soft spot for that film. I actually I wasn't traumatized enough, I guess, and maybe I was a little bit older when I saw it, that I didn't hate it. But I know a lot of people do, and I totally understand. I absolutely understand. I think it was just I liked it too much because I liked personifying things when I was a kid. Everything. You know? I probably all kids do, right? Like, this is Blanky, but it's not like you're not calling a blanket Blanky. That's its name, and it has a personality for you. And so I think that, like, I related to the film that way. But boy, that movie, that for me, and the other one that's really fucked up and is amazing to me that they made it for kids and showed it to kids, was The Rats of Nim. The Rats of fucking Nim. What a dark and dirty film that is. Many furries were launched off of that film. Don Bluth was manufacturing furries back then. Oh, did I call it The Rats of Nim? I meant Secret of Nim. I mean, The Rats of Nim is like, there's more story beyond the movie. There were books, I think, or something. It might have been related to Redwall? Or was that just another world of mice? I actually don't think it was related. But there was a whole bunch of shit with, like, more to The Rats of Nim. But yeah, Bluth was just fucking... Like, the funny thing with Bluth was that Bluth was trying to, like, take on Disney, but all of his films were so... Like, I still have a clear vision in my head of, like, the knobbly rat fingers and nails, and the, in particular, the owl hole in the tree when what's-her-name ends up in there, and she's trying to get... I think she was trying to ask it for help or something. And he did the full, like, he basically gave you the perspective of what it would be like a fucking mouse to face an owl. So he gave you, like, the monster version of an owl where it's like its head turns around and its claws crushing, like, mouse skulls, and there's the cobwebs, the way they animated all that. Incredible animation, incredible art. Kids film, children. I don't know what was happening in the 70s and 80s, man, but they hated us. They were attacking children with those movies. But of course, we didn't get Watership Down. So, you know, I always thought that these were probably the most traumatic movies, but then I learned about Watership Down and I realized, we really were spared the worst of it. I never saw the Ants movie. Whatever I did see of it, I always thought that, like, wow, this looks like shit. It's so weird that they put out this to compete with Bug's Life or whatever. I was 5 when I read Watership Down, and I was an adult at 6. I became the breadwinner for my family. I took over my dad's job. Wow, man, we went on a damn spiral, huh? I don't even understand how we got here. I think we were talking about old games. I just started rambling. And then I browbeat you guys into talking to me like I'm a human. No more. No, here's none Squirrel Stapler. We've done it. It's over. So yeah, we'll be starting something new tomorrow. I've been enjoying doing this sort of just a shotgun blast of little horror games. So I may want to keep doing that. What the fuck? Sith, thank you for the biddies. I hate that you guys have that in your repertoire. I do have a handful more short games. I'm on the lookout for another banger. Or we descend... God damn it. Thank you, Sith, for the biddies. Or we descend into the into a monster block of just survival horror. Which I don't know how that's going to go, because I feel like I absolutely have more than I can complete before the end of the year on that front. Yeah, Crow Country, Hollow Body. Can I name them all this time? Crow Country, Hollow Body, Silent Hill 2, Alan Wake 2. Always I forget one. What one didn't I say? Oh, Alone in the Dark 2024. I can't keep 5 of them in my head for some reason. I always forget one of them. But I managed to do it. But I don't think I have time to do all those. I feel like they all seem... I know that Crow Country is not terribly long. But I do not know how long the other 4 are. And I suspect it's long. I'm pretty sure I know that Silent Hill 2 is a long-ish game. Like on the order of probably 20 hours. Maybe a bit more. Kind of depends on how you're doing. It's longer than the original as well. Oh, great. Oh, God, yeah. Alan Wake 2 is also in the same kind of ballpark. And then we also have to account for co-time, which is like whatever the normal completion time is, probably times at least 0.5 or plus times 0.5. You know what I'm saying? It's like 20% more. Yeah, 1.5x. Thank you. I don't know why I did that the really hard way. I left it to the boys to let me know when they can do it again, and they have not rung my bell. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. And if they want to play it again, I'm down. Yeah, I didn't ping them, so I don't know. I'll see. We'll make it happen. I thought it was a good game. I was really surprised. I didn't think I was going to like Outlast Trials. And I think I mentioned on that night that I kind of avoided it because I was like, well, I don't really care about a multiplayer game. And I don't know. I've been sad about Red Barrels ever since Outlast 2. Because Outlast 1 and its DLC were absolute bangers. And then Outlast 2 was kind of And then they just didn't do anything else. Meanwhile, Bloober is out here just shitting out games left and right. I mean, not all of theirs have been great, but they've done a number of games that I've loved. They've already announced another survival horror game. So I don't know if they were making Silent Hill 2 and their own. They're like, we got the secret sauce from Konami, and we're going to make our own at the same time. They're making 2 others? How many fucking developers do they have? What the hell? Jesus. I hope they're paying everyone well. They didn't do Until Dawn as well, did they? That would be fucking bonkers. Did they? Okay, all right. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like I would have known that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, there a remake of Until Dawn was made by some people in the world. Yes, recently. I did cast an eye towards it because I feel like we had a cool time with Until Dawn. I remember it fondly. It was a really good one. Mainly because that was the first one, and it was just sort of like, oh, this is weird. I wish that I liked any of the other things that those people have done since Until Dawn, but I have not really. The Quarry was all right. It was okay, but it for me, nothing has really managed to live up to the experience we had with Until Dawn. And maybe, I mean, The Quarry is probably better, honestly. But the thing is that that freshness is gone, I think is what it is for me. You know? The junkyard scene was really good. There's been a few that I've been considering that would be basically reruns for us, but I feel like they would be kind of like nostalgic good times. I had brought this up in the Discord, but there was another Silvio game that came out this year. You remember Silvio? Yeah. If you don't remember Silvio, yeah, the hotel game. Basically, it was a game that the first game you listened to. You had a microphone. You walked around with a microphone and you listened to audio clips, and that was how you got the story. You had to listen to ghosts. And it was very mid. And the sequel was pretty similar. I feel like they did a little tweak on the mechanics, but it was still kind of similar. And again, pretty mid. But I feel like it would be nostalgic for us as far as Screamaday goes. Anyway, they made another game, and similar gameplay. It looks like in this case, there's videos, and you have to play through the videos. I think the second one also had a kind of a mixture of audio and video. The endings were all bad. Yes, I remember that. Like one of them, you just end up at like a house, right? And like an abstract house on an abstract hill in an abstract landscape, and then the game just ends. Like I didn't even know what to do. I remember crawling all over that place and just being confused as to like, how is this the end of the game? But otherwise, I enjoyed them, is the thing. The Beast Within. No? I don't. The Flat Brain game was someone in chat knows. This is the one we keep forgetting the name. I keep forgetting the name of. In Sound Mind. Not Chasing Static. But Hollow Body is made by the same developer that made Chasing Static. And Hollow Body just came out in this past September here. So that was high on my list to play for this Screamaday. The Beast Inside was the Dual Personas one with commies. What? With the insanely complex Enigma puzzle. Huh? Why is that not ringing any bells for me? Oh. Was that one of the few Lovecraftian games that I actually liked? Where it started off in like a sort of a barracks kind of, but it was like it was made out of mobile homes or something, and then you go out and you played one section in modern day Cold War and one section in Civil War. I'm lost again. You go to a manor in the jungle. Holy shit, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, let me just look up the Steam page. What in the world? The Beast within Liar's Bar is pretty funny. I watched somebody's video on it. I think Jack Frags or whatever. Oh, The Beast Within. Oh, Gabriel Knight? Not this. Oh, The Beast Inside. Well, someone said The Beast Within / Inside, so someone said it wrong to start with. Ah, The Beast Inside. I do have this. Yeah, The Beast Within is like a very old game. I have multiple copies of it because of the whole collecting shit, and I've never played it. The Beast Inside. Oh. Oh, yes. I remember this now. Yeah, I remember the little device. I remember the house. I don't really remember the details, but the device, you like followed little paths, right? That it would reveal, but I don't really remember how this ended up going. Oh, didn't it have some like not very good gameplay in terms of like you had a gun at some point? I feel like it was ultimately kind of disappointing. Yeah, and the protagonist was super dumb. It was pretty nice graphically, I recall. But yeah, just really convoluted in the end, and not... I don't remember how it even ended, because I don't think it was very great. Oh, you mean before the Vodocalypse? I don't remember this part at all. Did I maybe not finish this? Yeah, I think my favorite games are the kind of weird abstract ones, to be honest. They're not usually the scariest. It seems like it's hard for people to kind of thread that needle of making a game that is both scary and really genuinely good outside of just being scary. This was a pretty memorable game for me, although I don't think it was a particularly like incredibly well-made game. It was just sort of weird. It was really weird, but I enjoyed the weirdness. I felt like I was in an X-Files episode the whole time, you know? And what was the other one that was mentioned? It was not the right one. Signal something or other. Not Signalis. Not Dead Signal. Why is it not showing up? It's in my library. Signal. Nope. What was it? God damn it. Chasing Static. I don't know why I thought Signal. I thought Signal. Chasing Static was another one that I really liked a lot. And then this developer did a Kickstarter to make, oh my God, I can't type. This game. I'm looking forward to playing this one. They made a survival horror game. And the devlogs are so insane because basically I learned that this developer doesn't I don't want this to sound insulting, but they don't know how to program, or they don't do much programming at all. They make the game in Unity completely like no code. Yeah. Just like flow graphs and stuff. Which is mind-boggling to me because I don't think I would be able to do that at all. I have to write the code for it. I can't imagine how you could make something complete like this. Clearly, obviously you can. But to not, like, to be able to get what you want without being able to code it yourself is wild to me. You're just sort of at the behest of whatever you can find, I guess. Obviously, they manage it. Yeah, no, for sure. And like I said, I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm not denigrating it at all. Just, just to be clear, I was just so shocked. I was so shocked because, like, I thought for sure I was going to be seeing lots of code, when I went into the devlog. So I was blown away to learn no code. So really, mostly art, which honestly might be the more mind-boggling thing to me. Like, I don't think I could ever rise to this level. Like, I feel like I'm an artist, but then I can never seem to make stuff that has this level of visual coherence. Certainly not like designing and building out, full environments like this and not having them be shit that's really something. And this was, I think, over the course of like 2 years. When did the other one come out? This one just came out last month. Facing Static. So 3 years. I'm not sure when the Kickstarter started, but I think it was pretty soon after this came out. That's pretty fucking baller. So I loved Chasing Static. Another one that was just like the perfect amount of, like, it had a weird concept and it was executed well, and I just liked that. Again, I felt like I was in an X-Files episode or something playing this. Just good stuff. I like that. The stapling went where it did. I'll let you just watch the VOD and find out. But we are done with it, so tomorrow we'll be starting something new. I should get out of here, though. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me, as always. I appreciate you. Sith, thank you for the biddies. Thanks, everyone, for the gift subs and biddies and stuff tonight. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening. Until next time.